Hello everyone, dito sa video na to ay sagutan natin yung sample problems or yung sit work last time. Ito yung unang problem. The motor winds in the cable with a constant acceleration such that 20 kilogram crate moves a distance 6 meters in 3 seconds is starting from rest. Determine the tension developed in the cable. The coefficient of kinetic friction between crate and the plane is 0.3. So una, isulat muna natin yung mga given. So isulat muna natin yung mga given. Sinabi dito that the acceleration is constant. And then, nag-move siya ng 6 meters sa loob ng 3 seconds. Starting from rest. So, hinahanap natin dito yung tension dun sa cable. At yung coefficient of kinetic friction between the crate and the plane is 0.3. So, sa ganitong klase ng problem kung saan kailangan nating hanapin yung mga forces na nag-cause ng motion, tandaan lang natin yung motion equation. Summation of forces equal to mass times acceleration. So, para maplano natin yung kailangan nating gawin, sulat muna natin yung free body diagram. So, meron tayong inclined plane. And then, sulat natin yung mga forces na nag-act dun sa block. So, nakikita natin na siya ay hinila pataas. So, yung motion natin will be along this direction dun sa inclined plane. So, after natin may-draw yung free body diagram at makita yung force na nag-cause ng motion, kailangan natin isulat yung mga forces na nag-act din dun sa ating block. So, meron tayong weight. And then also, meron din tayong friction. And then, the friction is directed towards the opposite of the direction of motion. So, ito yung ating friction. And yung friction is nakasalalay dun sa ating normal force or dun sa force ng pagkakalapat ng ating object dun sa ating inclined surface. Dito pwede tayo mag-establish ng x and y axis. Pinakang convenient is maglagay tayo ng y-axis perpendicular to the direction of motion. So, sa ganitong case, makikita natin na walang pag-angat, walang paglubog, and then lahat is directed towards this direction. So, may angle to na 30 degrees. And kailangan nating ma-identify yung angle nito dahil mahalaga to dun sa pag-compute ng components of weight with respect to y and x axis sa ganyang orientation. So, in this case, ito yung ating 30 degrees. So, dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam kung bakit ito yung 30 degrees, first is pwede nyo siyang identify by solving mathematically. So, pwede tayong mag-draw ng horizontal line dito. So, pwede nating maisip na ito ay kaparehas nito. And also, ito ay kaparehas nito. So, dahil ito ay nag-form ng 90 degrees, this will be 60 degrees. And also, kung ito ay 90 degrees, so kung ito ay 60, ito ay 30. And another way para malaman mo na 30 degrees yung nasa taas is pwede mo siyang i-draw in a larger scale. So, pwede tayong magsulat ng inclined plane ng hiwalay. Mag-draw tayo ng inclined surface na medyo halata yung difference between the angles. So, halimbawa, medyo flat. So, mag-draw tayo ng perpendicular line sa part na ito. So, kung ito yung 30. So, mapapansin yung maliit yung buka dito, tapos ito yung 60. So, kapag nag-draw tayo ng vertical line dito, mapapansin natin ito yung maliit na part. So, malaki yung chance na ito yung 30. Ito yung 60 degrees. So, after nating malaman yung angle, 30 degrees, so pwede nating i-draw yung mga components of W with respect to the X and Y axis sa ganong orientation. So, ito yung X component ng W and ito yung Y component ng W. So, after nating may draw lahat ng mga forces na nag-act dun sa block, pwede na tayong mag-summation of forces. So, unahin natin itong pagkuhaan ng normal force dahil kailangan natin siya para makuha yung friction. Formula for friction is mu n. So, since given naman tayo ng mu, so yung n na lang yung kailangan natin para makuha yung F. Summation of forces along y. Since directed along y itong n natin, so this is equal to 0 dahil yung block natin is hindi naman maangat and also hindi naman siya malubog. So, ang effect nun, may mass yung object pero yung acceleration sa y is 0. Kaya naging 0 itong part na ito ng equation. So, kapag nag-summation tayo ng forces sa y, ang makukuha natin is itong n and yung y component ng ating weight. So, considering upward as positive, N minus WY. So, mapapansin yung Y component ng ating W is this one. And mapapansin natin that ito ay adjacent dun sa ating angle na 30 degrees. So, kapag adjacent yan, so cosine, ano? So, N minus W cosine 30 degrees is equal to 0. Therefore, N is equal to W cosine 30. So, yung W natin is the mass, 20, times the gravitational acceleration, cosine 30 degrees. Therefore, N is equal to, so we have 169.91. Next is, i-consider naman natin yung mga forces na nag-act along x-axis. So, considering right or forces to the right as positive, summation of forces along x is equal to mass times acceleration. So, in this case, meron na tayong acceleration directed towards the positive x-axis. So, yung mga forces na directed towards sa x-axis ay itong tension, itong x-component ng W and the frictional force. So, positive yung tension minus WX minus the frictional force is equal to mass times acceleration. So, sulat lang natin yung tension minus the x-component ng weight. So, mapapansin natin dito yung x-component ng weight is opposite dun sa ating 30-degree angle. So, meron tayong mass na 20, 9.81. And then, since opposite side yan, so magkakaroon tayo ng sine 30 degrees. Minus the frictional force which is equal to mu n. So, 0.3 times yung normal force natin na 169.91. Equal siya sa mass na 20 times acceleration. So, i-simplify lang natin to. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng t minus 20 times a. Then, yung magiging sum nito. And then, yung magiging value nito is ito transpose natin sa kabila. So, magkakaroon tayo ng positive. So, we have 149.07. So, makikita natin dito, meron tayong isang equation pero yung unknowns natin dalawa pa. So, itong acceleration natin is makukuha natin dun sa kinematics na part nitong problem. Wherein given yung ating mga acceleration, displacement, and time, and initial velocity. So, we can solve for the acceleration since given that acceleration is constant. Since yung acceleration is constant, pwede natin gamitin yung tatlong formula na BF is equal to VI plus 80 and yung mga kasamahan niya. So, mapansin natin dito, hindi natin gaanong kailangan yung BF. Pili na lang tayo nung equation na walang BF. And yung equation na yun, yung S is equal to VIT plus 80 squared over 2. So, since S is 6 meters, initial velocity is 0, time is 3, 1 half 8 times 3 squared. So, makukuha natin yung A, and A is equal to, so we have 4 over 3, or 1.333 meters per second squared. So, after natin ma-identify yung acceleration, pwede natin siyang i-substitute dito sa equation na ito. So, t minus 20 times acceleration 1.33 is equal to 149.07. So, t is equal to 149.07 plus 20 times 1.33. Therefore, t is equal to, so we have 175.74 newtons. So, to summarize, first we have to draw a free body diagram. Then, isulat yung mga forces na nag-act dun sa ating object. And then, mapapansin natin yung presence of friction and yung friction nakasalalay sa normal force. So, solving for normal force, kailangan nating mag-summation of forces sa y. So, this must be 0 kasi hindi maangat, hindi malubog. Then, we have normal force of 169.91. Next na ginawa is nagsummation of forces sa x. So dito na nag-act yung ating acceleration. Sa map lang lahat ng mga forces na directed along the x-axis. So dito ay nakapag-formulate tayo ng equation t minus 20a is equal to 149.07. Then, napansin natin na dalawa pa yung unknowns, isa lang equation. So, makukuha natin yung acceleration from the kinematics equations. Since acceleration is constant, namili tayo ng formula galing dun sa tatlong equation for constant acceleration, napansin natin na hindi kailangan yung final velocity. Kaya tayo nag-come up sa ganitong formula. Initial velocity na 0, s na 6, time na 3. And then, nalaman natin na yung acceleration is 1.33 meters per second squared. And then, in-apply na natin siya dito sa equation 1. So, after natin masubstitute, nakuha na natin yung T, 175.74 newtons.